The stunt sequences shown in this segment are extremely dangerous and should under no circumstances be attempted or duplicated by any individual who is not a trained professional stunt performer.
So today we're on the film set of Steven Seagal's action-packed True Justice television series, which is being filmed in Metro Vancouver. Featuring a team of undercover operatives, the series is an embodiment of some amazing stunt work. On today's episode of Research on the Run, I'm going to show you how one of these stunt scenes was being filmed and the amount of work and preparation that goes into perfecting a stunt scene. If you think this looks scary, imagine what it must feel like for a stunt performer on the roof of a 40-foot high building. Concentration and focus are key.
Lined up, see the bag. Good. Adios.
Meet Lauro Chartrand. Lauro has been a professional stuntman and actor for 23 years. Considered one of the best in the industry, he was chosen to perform this high-fall stunt scene for Steven Seagal's upcoming True Justice TV series. Imagine going from this onto this. Okay, perhaps with a little help of TV magic. All set in a narrow alley in Gastown. And as with almost anything, preparation is paramount. So I met up with Lauro at the rehearsal studio just the day before his stunt scene film shoot. One of the main components of the stunt performance, a 12-foot high airbag. It'll absorb the impact of Lauro's high-fall landing. And this is the vehicle Lauro will eventually be landing on. Safety measures are carried all throughout the day, and to avoid anything from puncturing the airbag, the ground needs to be swept clean first. The tarp is then laid out. The airbag gets placed on top. Powered by two 110-volt fans, which constantly push air into the airbag, it's a matter of minutes before the airbag is fully inflated and ready for Lauro's first high fall. The OK is signaled by ground safety crew, and down it goes. After a quick debrief with stunt safety coordinator Chad, it becomes apparent that Lauro has to control the trajectory of his high fall slightly more.
We're simulating what's happening in the alley because the alley is it may be smaller than the airbag, so it's going to be really tight in there. So we have to simulate that he can't. Usually when you step off the edge, usually you kind of fall away and you do travel away from the wall just because that's the way it works. Especially when you're going forward and you take a step, your momentum's going down. So in the alley, he doesn't have that option because it's really short, really high, and the alley's really skinny. So he just basically has to just fall off the edge really shallow.
And so with that in mind, on it goes, and Lauro rehearses a backflip for his next stunt fall. Although the landing has already improved this time,
Yeah, I'm gonna get a little more lively in the air. This guy just got kicked out a window in a fight, so just a little bit of arm and leg action. And this guy pointed out, he saw my head tilt back at the start, so I'm just gonna delay that.
indeed, every minor movement counts. The slightest head or shoulder rotation or extra push-up with one's toes, and the trajectory of the fall can change and affect where Lauro lands.
Accidents always can happen, right? And airbags are not 100% proof. You can, if it gets wet, you can skip right off of them. You know, you can miss them. This type of falls, you know, especially rehearsal today was a little lower, but as you go higher, the airbag gets smaller, and your trajectory takes you out away from the building further, right? The higher you go.
And higher it goes. Lauro's stunt performance is put to the test once again the following day, when the high fall stunt takes place from the roof of a 60-foot building in Gastown. That's 20 feet higher than the building he practiced on yesterday. The crew is briefed as to how the film shoot of the stunt scene will be carried out, while ambulance and police are on standby. The cameras are set in their positions, and the best shooting angles are determined.
I need to see more buildings on the windows.
In comes the airbag. And once blown up, the airbag fits just right. Lauro is off for his first on-camera stunt fall. Lauro is okay, but...
The first one was a bit of a wank.
Okay. What happened?
When you're doing a backflip, you don't want to look over your shoulder, right? You got to keep everything straight, chin tucked, and then start to open up when you're coming around. And so on the first one, I saw the bag. As they started to go, I cheated to look over my shoulder, which automatically drops that shoulder, and then you start to turn this way as opposed to go this way.
Lauro is going to try to suck his fall in a bit more and maintain a more shallow trajectory. He goes for round 2. Looking at the footage of his second stunt, both him and the camera department seem to be happy with his shot. The challenge of capturing a high fall stunt on camera lies within keeping the stuntman in proper frame throughout the fall.
You don't want a situation where the stunt performer, in this case Lauro, jumps, breaks in frame, and you want the frame, you want to keep him always in the same part of the frame. You don't want him to do this, right? So when the stunt performer breaks in frame, you want to keep him always like that. That's a good shot. When the stunt performer breaks in and you're doing this, like chasing the actor, then that's a pretty not usable shot. So.
And no time is wasted to obtain that perfect shot. Lauro is off to another stunt fall. Cameras are locked onto him. Bam! Money shot.
Now for the second half.
After editing, it'll eventually appear as if Lauro was kicked out of the 60-foot high window, landing onto a car. Yet in reality, Lauro will jump onto this vehicle from only 14 feet. The frame of the car needs to be weakened a bit more so that the roof can easily cave in as Lauro lands on it. Sparks are flying. Explosives are placed around the car windows that will explode upon Lauro's impact. Safety measures are taken. This is the big moment all have been waiting for. And this is TV magic for you. From Metro Vancouver, I'm Maja Klempner reporting, your researcher on the run.